Or we could have used the ingredients as a key point, or the dragons that don't like the spicy things. We could have also used them helping rebuild the house because they did burn it down because of the spicy jalapenos. So class, what we're going to do now, since we've read Dragons Love Tacos, we made a class storyboard with 4 key points, I want you to turn to your class partner that we always have and retell the story Dragons Love Tacos to them. And remember, 4 key points that you picked up on. All right, go ahead.
They started the book by explaining how much dragons love tacos.
They ate tacos and they found out they liked tacos.
They don't like spicy things.
And then
so they buried it.
And then they must have forgotten to bury one of the salsas because one came back.
They like spicy salsa.
And
then they found out that the mild sauce
and the house burned down because it was too spicy and the dragons couldn't handle it.
Then the dragons ate it and it was too late and they burned down the house.
All right, class, are we done?
Yes.
How do we feel about retelling a story?
Good.
So do we understand that there could be different key points that people pick up on? Did you see any differences in the retelling of the story? Yes, Jessie.
I realized that the mild sauce was a big important part of the story, and that they thought it was mild sauce, but it had spicy jalapeno in it.
Right, correct. Yeah, that was a big key point because when they found this little mild salsa, that wasn't good, was it? The dragons went downhill from there. All right. Well, does anyone feel comfortable enough to retell the story to the entire class?
I think I can.
Yes, Nikki.
Okay, so the story begins by the dragons telling us how much they love tacos.
Right.
And then they just said that the spicy part in tacos, like salsa or peppers, makes the dragons really sick. So they decided to hide anything that was spicy, including the peppers and the salsa. But then they forgot, or one of the jars of salsa came back, and the dragons didn't realize it, and it was too late for anybody to tell them that they were eating spicy things. And the dragons got really, really sick and really hot, and the house burnt down. It went on fire, and then the dragons had nowhere to live. I don't remember.
Good job, except the ending. What did the dragons do? Does anyone else remember what the dragons did at the end? Jennifer.
They helped rebuild the house.
Right. Remember, Nikki? They were in it for the taco breaks. Because dragons love tacos, right? So they helped rebuild the house because, you know, the dragons are good people at the end of the day. So, have we... thumbs up if we think we can retell a story now at the end of this lesson. Thumbs up. Do you got any side thumbs? Side thumbs? Kelly, why do you have a side thumb?
Well, I'm not really sure.
That's okay. We can talk. Yes, Nikki.
I think my side thumb is I have still a hard time understanding some of the major key points.
Okay. Well, let's think about the total picture of the book, right?
Okay.
So, what do we know for sure? Kelly, maybe you could listen and learn.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So, what do we know for sure?
That the dragons like tacos.
The dragons love the tacos. So, but then, what do dragons love even more than tacos? The taco parties. Because they love the parties. So, then we have a party for the dragons. Mm-hmm. But we know that they don't like spicy salsa, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then we buried it in the backyard. Right in the backyard. Maybe we can look it up in here. We buried the salsa in the backyard. And they had a good time at the party. And then, remember, you remembered that it went bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it burned it up. And that is where it really went bad. So when you know that it completely changed, the story changes completely, that's a key point to pick up on.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a big detail because this is very different from
The happy party.
The happy party that happened earlier. See, they're having a good time. So anytime the story changes or something big that catches your attention, that's a key detail, scholars. So just remember to pay attention to those changes in the story or a detail that makes sense to you or connects to you. That is a good key detail to retell in a story. Just like in my morning story, Charlie drinking from the toilet, that's gross. But I remembered it because that was my morning. So now do we have thumbs up, scholars? Thumbs up? Good job. All right. You did a great job today, guys.